So apparently 2015 is the year of the Victorian era. We got Order 1886, we got Bloodborne, we got Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Too bad only one of those were good. And it's not Assassin's Creed. But I haven't played every Assassin's Creed. The last good one that I played was Brotherhood. First one is good, second one's great, Brotherhood's good. Revelation sucks. Assassin's Creed 3 was atrocious. And then I skipped Black Flag, and I skipped Unity, and then this one is also atrocious. If you remember last year when Unity came out, it was like very graphically ambitious, but since it was so ambitious, the frame rate couldn't keep up, and there was full of bugs and glitches. So it's obvious they tried to play it safer this year, because the game looks downright ugly. It's a sub 1080p resolution, runs in 30 frames per second. Granted, it's a smooth 30 frames per second, but that's because the graphics themselves look like an Xbox 360 game. There's lots of pop-in textures, everything's all muddy, and just the contrast is the lighting. Alright, I don't know what if they were showing at E3, but it was not the PS4 version. The draw distances suck, and they try to hide that with a big fog in the background. And there is some of the worst anti-aliasing I have ever seen on a console game. Like, look how terrible their faces look. And the hair and the beards in this game look atrocious. My heart will do leaps and bounds when they can finally do hair and beards and fur correctly in video games, like on consoles. Witcher was a damn good start. You see Geralt's hair all bouncing around, like it's so shitty looking. And apparently Unity's hair was pretty good. This game should not look worse than last year's Assassin's Creed. And the glitches are still there. I clipped through a wall and got stuck and I couldn't get out. I had to restart the game once. And architecturally, it's basically just a dirty Paris with chimneys and smoke and trains and carriages everywhere. It's not that really good creative jump from Assassin's Creed 1 to 2. We went from like medieval Jerusalem to Italy. That was such a refreshing setting. And while the game itself sucked, the idea of American Revolution Assassin's Creed 3 was awesome. And you can tell it's an uninspired thing because nobody cared. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, this might be just in the UK, but like has the worst opening day sales of any Assassin's Creed, including the first one. And the story itself is the same rehashed, boring old bullshit. Oh, the Templars have control of everything. Oh, one small act of kindness. Not really kindness, I mean they are assassins. At a time, we're gonna usurp them. We're gonna destroy all Templar influence.
Hello, Initiate. Recently, Abstergo Historical Research began several new projects in London. We both know that when Abstergo makes big moves, the Templars are up to something. We think they're hot on the trail of a new piece of
whatever. And this is the first Assassin's Creed with two protagonists, and one of them's a girl. You hear that, Anita Sarkeesian? There's a girl! There's even a transsexual character who's transsexual for no reason at all. Alright, you know how in the past, they in the beginning of all the Assassin's Creed games, it was like, this game was developed by a multicultural team of various religious beliefs. Now it says, a multicultural team of various religions, beliefs, and sexual orientations. Jacob as a character is annoying. He's an idiot and he's a moron, and I never wanted to play as him ever. He's trying to be charismatic, but he comes off as super annoying.
Oh, we seem to have made an unscheduled stop.
You. Now, Evie, and the first thing I'm going to say is she's very cute. The first thing I noticed, she is very cute. But she's also the only character that's the least bit multi-dimensional.
What do you know? You rescue me.
Where's the hidden laboratory?
Untie me, and then we can parley, my lady.
I'm pressed for time. Tell me now.
It's underground. Requires a key. One of the guards nicked mine, cheeky sod.
Thank you.
Now? Untie me?
You got yourself in. I trust you can get yourself out again.
And her assassin's outfit is awesome. It looks so cool. She actually looks like an assassin. Jacob looks like a hobo. He's wearing a hat and a coat and like gloves with holes in them, and he's got patches on his pants. Now what's weird is supposedly Jacob's like the strength build and Evie's like the stealth build, but they play virtually identical. And I did not get far enough in to unlock their super abilities. And for the most part, you're able to switch off between the two of them whenever you want, except like during missions, like in the middle of missions. They force you to play as either Evie or Jacob, which is stupid. I mean, if they didn't do that, I would have played as Evie the whole time. I would have just taken Jacob out of the entire game. And then the movement. Because of course, when you walk and you stop and you turn around, it takes like a second and a half to turn around because you got so much momentum. It makes traversing the insides of buildings practically impossible. You can steer okay when you're running, but turning around and stopping is downright impossible. For some reason, every year they keep changing the control scheme for these Assassin's Creed games. So back in the early games, it was hold down right trigger and A for Xbox to just free run whichever way you want. So now it's A to go up and B to go down. And it's weird and it doesn't work. Evie's still jumping whichever way direction you don't want her to go. And the combat itself, they keep changing the combat every year because Assassin's Creed has always had some of the worst combat in the entire industry. So before it was all like, counter, ding, ding, up, he countered my counter, okay. And now it's the spammy Batman combat again. Everybody stop copying the damn Batman combat! You can't do it! And you'll just start punching this guy forever and ever and ever, and it takes so damn long, which makes not a lick of sense because they have guns and knives. You should be killing people in 1 or 2 hits. It's like punch, 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 assassin's blade to the throat. Why didn't you do that first? It's just wasting my time and I'm avoiding combat as much as possible. Guys, this game sucks. Do not buy Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It fails in virtually every category except Evie. Evie looks cool. It's ugly, the story sucks, the gameplay sucks, the free running is somehow worse than it was in Assassin's Creed 1. It has no new ideas and the setting they've chosen is just stupid. These games all follow the same format and the same formula, and like, even me, I skipped the last 2 Assassin's Creeds. This is essentially a 3-year game for me, and it still feels exactly the same as the old ones. Guys, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is not worth your time or money, and is of course a complete failure. So if you're new to my channel, normally I do numbers for movies and games, but when a game is like so bad, I can't even get through too much of it, I'll give it this score. I'll give it an incomplete. I did this for Mad Max 2. I mean, spoilers, go watch the Mad Max review. No, Crusades God, outro, bye.